Can you hear me? Can you see me? BronxWitch in the building. About to be out of the building. What's up, witches? How we doing? I was trying to be fancy and go live on YouTube too, because I got 2 phones. One's the shop phone. Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Jay the creator. What's up, witches? How we doing? How we doing? I am getting ready to take off on my Juneteenth vacation. BronxWitch is in desperate need of a rest. The shop is closed this week, and I am going out of town, honey, to my safe space, my secret space to relax. So I might go live on YouTube later. I usually go live on YouTube. I'm not a big live on Instagram people for all the new folks. A lot of new followers around here. So welcome all the new witches in the building that are following me in the last couple weeks. Welcome. So wonderful to have you. But I usually go live on YouTube. I go live on YouTube every month around the full moon for something I call High Tea Live. We enjoy some herbs, whether you smoke, drink, burn herbs, and we basically just chill. We hang out in our pajamas and I answer magical questions, and we usually have like a theme just to kind of keep the questions, you know, not from going all over the place and from me having to answer the same question over and over. And this next High Tea Live, which is going to be on Saturday night at 10 p.m., is going to be all about monitoring spirits. So if you've ever gotten the impression that you were being followed, like psychically, spiritually, you have the same characters showing up in your dreams over and over and over, and they never seem to do anything but like watch you. If you've gotten into some type of like altercation with people that like seem to want to know your business or stuff like that, there is such a thing in the supernatural, paranormal, spiritual world as monitoring spirits. Some of them are spirits that walk with us that people can basically employ to monitor you, and some of them are created like egregores. They're created by the person that wants to monitor you or spy on you in the astral realms or psychically, etc. And yeah, I'm going to talk about my recent experience with monitoring spirits and what I did to get one up off me and banish one out of my life, get rid of its influence in my life. So yeah, I'm going to be talking all about that. So if you have questions about that, how to know if you have one, what are the signs, how to get rid of one, I came up with, I can't take credit for it. My spirits gave it to me. It's a very like hoodoo influenced type of working, but it's very non-denominational, very non-traditional. Anybody could do it. So I'm going to share the particular spell that I used. I did use Bible verses as my prayer. That was a personal choice because of what was given to me, but you can definitely use other prayers, and I'm going to talk about that as well and answer your general magical questions. So if you're interested in things like that, then you definitely want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Beyond BronxWitch, and tune into my monthly High Tea Lives. And then I usually do like surprise lives at the end of the work week after I've shut down HQ, like on Sunday nights. Before I go to bed, I might come live, do some collective readings, just generally hang out and talk. And yeah, I rarely go live on Instagram, but I wanted to come live because there's a lot of new folks in the building, so I wanted to kind of introduce myself. And also I happen to be traveling right now, so I thought this would be a good idea to share with you some of the things that I do when I travel. Thank you so much for the compliment on the ring, my love, NYC Gitana in the building. Thank you, beautiful. This ring is actually a part of the things that I do when I am getting ready to travel. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, but wait, let me get some more coffee. Everybody say hi when you come in the room. Where are you tuning in from? I want to know how many Bronx witches are in the building, how many witches of New York are in the building. The sheer crack cocaine that is coffee. Let me tell you something. New Jersey in the building. Okay, you're not far. Brianna, NYC. Okay, anybody who is in the New York, New Jersey area. Bronx in the building. Hello, Flash with Z. If you are in the New York area, that's okay. Brooklyn is welcome. You guys are welcome. Y'all like to be hating on us, but that's okay. I show Brooklyn mad love. You got to come to my shop. Oh, hi, thank you. Oh, this looks good. You got to come to my shop, okay? I have I'm the owner of the Bronx's only metaphysical shop in New York City. The only Black, queer, woman-owned metaphysical bookstore and workshare space. We are in the Bronx, right by Yankee Stadium. We're typically open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to 7, but we're closed this week because the BronxWitch is on vacation. But otherwise, you guys got to come through and come check us out, okay? Yes, another Bronx girly in the building. Hey, Peter. Haven't seen you in a minute. You're in Myrtle Beach. I'm going to Charleston right now. Hey, South Carolina in the building. Okay, so hopefully I have enough time to talk, eat, drink my coffee, and share with you a couple of travel witch tips. For those of you who are wondering how a witch travels, how she makes sure that her travels are exactly what she wanted. So let me first of all show you what I'm eating right now because this looks fantastic. Yes. It's not vegan. Don't come for me. I have to eat something. I don't usually fly at this time. I typically prefer to fly in the mornings. But this was just the best flight for what I was trying to do. So that's why I'm here. Yeah, so come see me if you're in the Bronx, if you're in New York, if you're in Jersey. BronxWitch HeadQuarters is the name of my shop. We're right by Yankee Stadium, so you would just go to 161st Street. We are the cutest metaphysical bookstore, the only one in all of the Bronx, and we are a workshare space. So if you are a working witch, a working tarot reader, a working Reiki healer, and you need a place outside of your apartment to work that is super affordable, clean, has all the amenities available for you, then you need to check us out. BronxWitch.com is the website. I'm going to drop that in the comments for you guys right now. Okay, because this is where you are going to go for absolutely everything while I'm away and just in general. Hi from Flanders. Hey. Yes, Flash with Z, come through. Come see us. Come pull up. All right, so I'm going to get into this. Please excuse me for eating in y'all's faces, but I'm flying through lunch. Okay, so I got the garlic confit spinach and the cheesy garlic bread. So, it's exactly what I was hoping for. I always need some greens when I fly, especially in the middle of the day. It just like settles my stomach to have greens. But between the garlic confit and the garlic bread, whoever is sitting next to me, my apologies in advance. I'm going to try to maybe stop and grab some gum and some water before I get on the flight. But it's going to be a garlicky situation. This is actually a perfect meal for the protection that you need when flying. Okay, so let's start with the first thing that I do whenever I'm taking a trip. The very first principle, the Hermetic principles, are what I base all of my magic and my business now on. And the first principle, the one that underlines all of them, the one that is really, I think, the most significant, is the principle of mentalism. All is mental. If you look around the room that you're sitting in right now and look at all the physical objects that are there, not a single thing in your space came into existence without somebody thinking about it first. So we tend to think that we see things and then we think about it, but the opposite is actually true. In the universe, first a thought is conceived and then it becomes a reality. So your mind and how you think is so important. And it can, like, people talk about this so much that it can sound really cliche, but it truly is the foundation of how everything is created. It all begins with a thought, whether it's a subconscious or a conscious thought. So the first thing I do, my first witchy trip for traveling, is to envision my trip. I envision my trip in detail. I envision myself being in the airport. I just posted a reel a little while ago, and I envisioned myself making that reel like 2 weeks ago. I knew I was gonna stop at the check-in gate before I went through security and record the footage for that reel. I knew I was gonna record my black car driver giving me my bag. So I envisioned myself doing that. I envisioned what I was going to wear to travel. I knew I like to travel cute but comfortable. I knew what I was going to travel. I made a plan for what I was going to pack, and I time blocked my calendar for the week. So even though it is a trip where I'm going to try to be resting, I have still time blocked out my days, so I know when I'm gonna cook lunch for my mom, like what I'm gonna make for dinner, what I'm gonna order for groceries, when I'm gonna try to get to the beach, which I don't think is gonna happen, but maybe I'm gonna get to the beach. I've time blocked for it if it is going to happen. So I've created a really clear vision in my mind of what my trip is going to be like, all the way up through when I get back. I've already envisioned what my return flight's gonna be like, what I'm gonna do the night I get back, and the day after, because I have plans when I get back. So I envision it in extreme detail because my mind is literally creating every single second and every single moment. So that's the first step to having a successful trip as a witch, is to use the power of your mind to create really clear images in your head, really clear visions of what your trip is going to be like. Peter, that's a great question. Peter is asking about open roads. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Sarah asked, do I physically write down what I'm envisioning, or is it just internal? Some of it is written down, some of it is internal. So the time blocking, what I'm going to be doing on my trip, what I'm doing every day, I've already written that down in my planner. And that's like also on my phone's calendar. So it's written down. In terms of like what I was going to wear and stuff like that, I didn't write down, but I do write a packing list. So I make a list of how many pairs of underwear, how many shirts, how many pants, how many dresses, what jewelry I'm gonna bring, what toiletries, so I don't forget my contact lens solution, I don't forget my glasses case. I make a list of all the chargers I need to bring because hello, I'm literally sitting here with like 4 devices in front of me. What chargers to bring. I make a list of my packing items, so when I'm packing it goes like this. I time block out my schedule, and then in terms of like how I want to feel and everything, that I don't necessarily write down, but I totally could journal about it. But I usually just kind of meditate on it, and I knew I wanted to have a really like smooth trip here. And once you've envisioned what your trip is going to be like in detail, just keep replaying that scenario over and over in your head, and be open to flexibility, be open to changes, because the universe is always conspiring in your benefit. So imagine how you want to feel more than the exact details of how everything needs to play out, and the universe will make sure that you feel that way. And I have a great example of that. Hi everybody coming in. So I knew that even though I have a ton of work to do this week, I wanted this trip to be as restful as possible. So I packed like 4 house dresses and no clothes for going out. So when my sister's like, you want to go out? You want to get a drink? You want to do this? I literally don't have clothes to do that, to force me to stay in the house and resting. So even if I'm not on my computer, I'm going to be in a house dress, no bra, slippers on, relaxing, okay? And I'm not going to let myself get distracted from the goal of this trip, which is to try to get as much rest despite the work I have to do. So all of that is going into that. I knew that when I traveled here, I wanted to be as comfortable as possible. So even though I'm traveling late in the afternoon, I could have taken the train, like public transportation. If you don't know New York, there is public transportation to JFK, and I could have taken it. But I said no. I really want this trip to be as restful as possible. And this new company just opened up in the Bronx called RD Bus, and it's supposed to be a bus shuttle from certain spots in the Bronx directly to JFK for only $25. Hey, Cadonia. And it's like a, forgive me for slurping in y'all's faces. It is supposed to be like a coach bus. So it's like a nice, comfy, bus. So I was like, you know what? I'm traveling late in the afternoon. I didn't want to risk it early in the morning because I've never tried it before and it's new. But I was like, I'm traveling in the afternoon. I'm gonna try this Artie bus thing because if anything goes wrong, I should be able to call an Uber and switch up my plans and be fine. It's not gonna be like 5 in the morning and now I'm stuck and like everything. So I booked with Artie bus. And what I did was I was just imagining and visualizing, I'm gonna have a relaxing trip. I'm gonna have a relaxing trip. I'm gonna have a relaxing trip. So my plan was to take an Uber to the bus stop and then get on this coach bus and just relax, take it easy, give myself plenty of time, not be rushed, all of that good stuff. Remember I said the universe is always conspiring in your benefit, so don't be too committed to the details, just focus on how you want to feel. Well, 3 days ago, I get a text message from somebody in the company, thank you Cathonia, saying, you were the only person that booked the bus for your time slot, and it doesn't make sense for us to send a bus for one person. So are you okay with us sending you a luxury black car to pick you up from your house instead? Yeah, no problem. Luxury black car for $25? Sure. No problem with that at all. So they were like, do you want us to pick you up at the bus stop? Or we could just come straight to your house. I was like, come straight to my house. Pushed my time back. So that gave me an extra 30 minutes to get ready. And I had a black car show up at my house with a very nice driver, dressed in a blazer, and the whole nine. Okay? I visualized coming to the airport, relaxed, taken care of, no stress, comfortable. I made plans for how to make that happen, but I was not going to be so committed to the plans that the universe couldn't come in and make things better. Right? Because I could have been like, what? Oh my God, I want a refund, blah, 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 never mind. And I just said, no, you know what? I'll take a chance on you guys sending me a car. Why not? If something happens, the driver doesn't show up, I'll give it 30 minutes. I'll still have enough time to call an Uber myself. But sure enough, he showed up at 9:26. 4 minutes early, professional, lovely ride, a little chatty for my taste, but it was all right. Perfect. So that's what I'm expecting for all of the rest of the trip. For me to feel exactly how I've envisioned, for my days to play out exactly how I've envisioned, but not necessarily happening the exact way that I've envisioned, but making the plan for it, doing my part to create the open avenues for things to happen the way that I want them to, but being open to shifts and changes so that ultimately I have the feeling and the experience that I want from this trip, okay? I won't forget your question, Peter. I'm getting to it. I can't forget it because I'm carrying it right on me. Hey, Be the Wicca. Okay. I have like 15 minutes before my flight starts boarding, but I've already paid because everything's like digital now. So I've already paid, and I might get it to go back to my garlic bread. And a lot of times I get coffee to go on the flight, and then I always regret it because trying to navigate a cup of coffee on the flight, you got your bag, trying to put your bag away, you got this full thing of hot coffee, it's crazy. You're a nervous flyer? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so first I'm going to answer Peter's question. Peter asked about opening your roads for travel. So I already talked about how I kind of prepare myself for my trip. Time blocking, mentally visualizing, making sure I don't rush, giving myself enough time for things. But then I want to make sure that my roads are open. I want to make sure that all doors are open to me. I want to prevent traffic jams. I want to prevent long lines at security, things like that. I think it's really important for everybody to make contact in your life with a road opening spirit. Okay? Different traditions have different spirits, but in every single tradition, there is a road opening spirit. If you don't have a particular tradition, and none that you're interested in learning about, then I would ask for your spirit guide to step forward. Which of your spirit guides is a road opener? We all have a spiritual team. We all have ancestors, angels, spirit guides, demons, angel. I think I said angels already. But literally, we have an entire squadron of different vibrations. When you think about spirits as people, it trips people up. They're not people. They're different vibrations of energy, and we all come here connected to a certain wavelength of different vibrations of energy. So you have a team of vibrations of energy that are connected to you. If you don't have a particular tradition to kind of make it easy and tell you what road opening spirit you can reach out to, ask your team, your ancestors, your angels, your road openers. Hey, Linda. Linda, I think I have passed you like twice walking down my block on the Grand Concourse. But I haven't been 100% if it was you. And I think you were on the phone, so I didn't want to interrupt you. But I think I've seen you, so hi. Sending you love. I've been creeping by you in the mornings. But you want to get in touch with a road opening spirit. I feel like that is one of the best ways to ensure safe and smooth travels. Yes, there are road opening oils. Yes, there are road opening herbs, all of that good stuff. But if you have a relationship with a road opening spirit, ultimately, the herbs, the oils, the crystals, what we're doing is we're using those items in order to tap into the vibration of open roads. But I like to go, forget the middleman, go right to the source and go to the spirits that guard the roads. Go to the spirits whose job it is to move obstacles out of the way and ensure smooth transits, whether it's through liminal space, from the living to the dead, from the waking to the dream state, whatever it is. That is what they do. Okay? So reach out to your spirit guides and ask for your road opening spirit to step forward. Or if you are interested in a tradition, or initiating a tradition, learning about a tradition, find out who the road opening spirit in that tradition is and start building a relationship with that spirit. Okay? And you might go so far as to like have an altar to them and do all of that stuff, but you don't even necessarily have to go that far. Let the spirit tell you if that is necessary. It might be something as simple as finding a talisman, a charm, a crystal, something that you can carry on you, that you ask that spirit to bless and enchant, so that whenever you carry it with you, you are also carrying with you the vibration of that spirit, and it's easy for you to tap into that. So you guys probably have noticed, if you watch me live a lot, I almost always have this necklace on me with various talismans that I pretty much do not ever leave my home without. Okay? I have done lives on different things here, so definitely check out my YouTube. But the one that is relevant to this right here is my key, which is a talisman that relates to my road opening spirits, multiple of my spirits. The key is sacred to them. And I have asked them to bless and activate this key. It's an iron key. I have activated it with fire. I have consecrated it, and I have asked them to basically enchant this key to be a physical representation of their enemy, their energy. So whenever it is on me, I feel their energy, I feel their presence, and I know that they are aware that I am traveling and that I need their assistance in keeping my roads open. Okay? So the key is not what does the work. The key is a symbol of the relationship that I have with different spirits that guide my path, light my way, remove obstacles for me, and generally open roads for me. Okay? So that is what I do for road opening, Peter. And there were herbs that I burned when I consecrated this. And there are herbs. There's a really wonderful one. We use it in our Abre candle in the shop. It is, I don't know the botanical name of it. It's on our website. You can look it up. But everybody in the Latin community just calls it Abre Camino, road opener. It's an herb called Abre Camino. And so I burned Abre Camino with some road opening cologne in a pot with this key inside of the pot, because it's iron and it can be lit on fire, and I lit all of that on fire and consecrated this key as a symbol of my relationship with my road opening spirits. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Peter. Let me know. Hi, my love. I think it's Oreyes Botanica. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, so forgive me. But hi, my love. Hi, Rashid. Okay, Maribel is asking about... Is that Maribel? Yeah, I think that's Maribel. Is asking about being a nervous flyer. And do you have any advice for that? Girl, you could always try drugs. Thank you, Peter. You could always try drugs. I'm gonna be honest with you. My sister has extreme anxiety when she flies, and she just pops a couple pills. And I'm not 100% sure what's in the pills, but she pops a couple pills and she's fine. But if you don't want to go that route, I think the thing to recognize is that anxiety is a physical response to a mental condition. So first of all, practicing that visualization that I talked about of seeing how your trip is going to go with clarity and replaying the scenario over and over in your mind to reprogram your mind from the doomsday shit that's going on in there. The reason why you feel anxiety about traveling is because your brain is conditioned to play a bunch of worst case scenarios. And you're afraid that any of those worst case scenario is going to happen. Hey, Crystal, your 1-year-old is just laying listening to me. Oh, thank you. I think I sound like a chipmunk, so I'm happy to hear that is soothing to the babies. Hey, Jasmine. So you're playing doomsday scenarios in your head over and over of all the worst things that can happen. So doing this visualization exercise starting from a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months before you travel, to reprogram your mind into not just thinking but knowing that your trip is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be the best case scenario everywhere. There's going to be no delays. There's going to be no problems. You're not going to forget anything. Play out the best case scenario in your mind. And the thing about reprogramming is you can't just think about it once. You have to play the loop over and over and over again to recondition your brain to think in a different way. So play the best case scenario in your mind over and over to replace that worst case scenario that is troubling you. Okay? So that's first of all. Anxiety lives in our mind first, and then it lives in our body. And where worry lives in our body, Eastern medicine teaches it that it lives in our stomach. So if you've ever been anxious, you probably know your stomach probably acts up. You feel it in your stomach, but you also might have like digestive issues. You might be running to the bathroom. So to adjust the anxiety in your stomach, eat grounding foods before you travel. Root vegetables, red wine, chocolate, dark chocolate. These are all grounding foods. Bring grounding and settling energy into your stomach. Remember when I first started, if you came in the building, I said I always eat greens before I fly because greens are bitter and they help to cut through indigestion, tightness in your stomach, gas, bloating. And so any of those side effects that you might have from anxiety living in your body, I like to eat greens right before I fly to help my stomach digest everything smoothly, not get any knots in my stomach, not be running to the bathroom, no bloating, no constipation, lots of fiber. You know what I'm saying? You might take a good poop before you fly, okay? If you have some greens and some grounding vegetables. And I would start eating that a few days before if your anxiety is pretty severe. One meal might not be enough. So in the days before you fly, make yourself some potato soups with some ginger and some turmeric, okay? Onion and garlic. Eat a lot of root vegetables. Drink some red wine in the evenings before. If you do crystal work, work with grounding crystals like carnelian. Red jasper is a great one. Red jasper is my favorite grounding stone for balancing out that root chakra, really making you feel stable, because no matter how much you visualize things, like I said, things are going to change. Doesn't mean they're going to go bad, but things might change. There might be a delay. There might be something that comes up. the more stable and grounded you are, the less those little changes are going to throw you off your calm, okay? So grounding crystals, if you do crystal work, are great to have on you. Okay, I have a big old piece of carnelian, raw carnelian on me, and grounding crystals to help you out. But those grounding foods are going to help you to address the actual anxiety that's living in your physical body. The crystals will help with your energetic body. The visualization will help with your mental body. And if you address all three, you are going to be a travel pro like I am. I don't like traveling a lot because I'm a Leo, and Leos like to stay at home. We're territorial. We like to go out, socialize, and then go home. But I do like to travel for work. I feel like it's a part of my abundance to go out into the world and spread BronxWitch beyond the borders of the Bronx. So I have been traveling more lately, and I see myself doing it even more. And I've gotten really good at being, incorporating all of these practices to make my travel really smooth, so that if I have to do it more, it doesn't add additional stress to my life. Okay. My flight's gonna start boarding soon. Okay, yes, that all makes sense. Good. Oh, somebody's taking notes? Okay, yes, good. I'm glad this is helping. Hey, Jerry. You're traveling international for the first time in over a decade. Yes, definitely employ these tips because, international travel has changed. Things have changed in the post-COVID world. There are some things that are different that you might not be anticipating. And the more grounded you are, the more clear you are about what your trip is going to be like, the more prepared and organized you are. That's like the practical, mundane part of stuff. The more spiritually aligned you are, and the more confident you are that you have a relationship with your road opening spirits who will make the path right for you, the less any of those changes are going to throw you off. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, baby. Hey, June. Thank you, my love. Do you have to-go boxes? Okay. I'm gonna have to take my garlic bread with me. I'm gonna chug my coffee, and then I'm gonna run to my gate. I board early, so I was gonna move my seat too to be like further up in the plane, because when you're further up in the plane, you actually board last. And there was a seat available, but I do window, and this was in the middle, and I was like, ugh. Yay. Yes, I would consider myself a travel pro. Here's a tip that's not magical. Your toiletry bag, the Ziploc with all your minis, keep that ready to go at all times. Don't try to make it for your trip. I have a Ziploc bag with all of my toiletries, face wash, body wash, makeup remover, everything. And when I get home after this trip, I'm gonna refill everything and then put it in my bathroom drawer. The next time I need to fly, bloop, bloop, goes right in my bag. Because packing up your clothes doesn't take that long. It's the packing up all the toiletries, especially if you are a woman, you're femme presenting, you're somebody that wears a lot of makeup, has a lot of skincare and all that stuff. That is the stuff that takes the longest and adds the most complication to your packing. So if you have that little toiletry bag ready to go, you are ready to fly today. June, check your email because I sent you an email about the staycation, my love. I sent out a discount to everybody that went last year for a discount on this year. Okay. Yep, the toiletries are the most complicated. So keep your toiletry bag full and ready to go. And when you're ready to pack, just drop it in your bag. Now all you have to do is pick what you're wearing. Sorry, I'm smacking all in y'all's faces, but I'm a little hungry. and I would have been live like 10 minutes earlier, but I was trying to be fancy and go live on both phones, so I could be live on YouTube as well. But I forgot that my shop phone, the phone we use at BronxWitch, I don't have all my personal accounts logged into it on there for obvious reasons. So I was trying to do that, and then I didn't remember none of my passwords. I was like, forget it. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to be so grateful to have this garlic bread, though. Oh, wait. Is this close? Do you know how to close this? Sorry? Do you know how to close this? I don't think it closes. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. I would have never figured that out. Okay. Hi, my dears. Hi, my dears. Okay, I'm going to save this live. I think these are really useful tips. I'm going to repost it on my YouTube. Just a reminder, guys, I rarely go live on Instagram. I am live on YouTube every single month on the full moon for my high tea lives. This month we will be high. We will be high and live on Saturday night at 10 p.m. and I will be talking all about monitoring spirits, how to identify if you have one. You love my PMS tea. Thank you. How to identify if you have one, and most importantly, how to banish a monitoring spirit out of your life. I am going to run, grab me some water, touch up my lipstick, and then board this plane hella late because it won't leave without me. I am the moment. I am the flight. They can't leave without me. I'm the reason we are here. Isn't that such a Leo thing to say? That's your birthday. Happy early birthday, June. Yes, if you're not there, I'll know it is because you are getting litty in the city. And as you know, the high tea lives are always recorded and played on my YouTube, so you guys can go binge all of my old high tea lives right now if you want. And if you actually want to get into the stream room, the high tea live is exclusive. So you'll be able to watch it from YouTube, but you won't be able to like see your comments on the screen or actually like talk with everybody. To do that, you're going to want to join my coven. The virtual coven community is a space for solitary witches. It's not an initiatory coven. We don't practice magic together, though we share spells with each other. So absolutely anyone can join with any level of experience, any level of interest in the craft. If you just want to meet other people like you online, that is the place to go. We have a book club. We have a support group for witches of color. We have exclusive lives, including my high tea live and things like that. So if you want to get in the stream room, click the link in my bio, go join the coven. But if you just want to watch the live and see what it's all about, you can binge all of my old ones on my YouTube channel, Beyond BronxWitch, and you can tune into the next live on Saturday. Okay? So Leo, right? I know. Okay. Now me spending $5 on coffee and taking like 3 sips. Yeah, definitely try to be there if you, yes, I'm glad. June, you definitely, I think, would lend great experience on this topic to the conversation. Okay, because the spell that I did to get rid of the monitoring spirit that was bothering me involved Bible passages and was more like hoodoo based. And I would definitely love to hear more of maybe like the Catholic perspective, like if people work with saints and things like that. Hey, Danny! Oh my God, my sister's in the live. I'm just about to jump off because my flight's already boarding. I'm being real bougie and holding everybody up. But everybody say hi to Secretly Keisha. That's my sister. I'm going to go see her right now. Okay. Hi, I love you. I can't wait to see you. Are you picking me up at the airport? No, right? You're working? It's fine if you're not. I just didn't know. We didn't talk about it. Hey, Jessica. Hey, David. What's up? Everybody, David She is in the building, author of the book Spirit Voices. Came to the shop for a book signing and is a shamanic healer. with initiations of Mongolian and Korean descent. So tap into Spirit Voices. We have copies in the shop. If you want to learn about real shamanism, David is the person to learn from. No, you're working. Okay, yeah, let me go. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to head out. Love all my witches. Thank you for tuning into this live. I pray that all of these travel tips help to make your next trip more magical, more witchy, safer, more fun, more prosperous, because that is why we do magic. We work magic to make our lives better. And so what is the point about learning all these things, buying all these candles, getting all these crystals, if you don't know how to work with them to actually make your life better? That's the whole point, right? So thank you so much for being here. I think I'm going to try to go live on YouTube tonight. I know I said I'm going to be off of social media for the next couple days, but I might try to go live on YouTube tonight just because I feel bad my YouTubers didn't get these travel tips. So I'm going to try to hop on there and kind of reiterate some of these things and answer some questions over there. Hey, Tasha. So definitely follow me or subscribe to me beyond BronxWitch if you want to tune into that tonight, potentially. No promises. All right, witches, let me stop playing around. Gotta get to gate 5 and I gotta get water first and maybe touch up my lipstick because I just ate it all off my face, okay? All right, bye, witches. Happy travels to everyone who's traveling as well. Mwah. Catch you in the next one. Blessed be. What's up, witches?